What up, everybody? It's your boy Sack the King up in this motherfucker, man. Back with another video. And as you can see from the title, it's been a minute since I gave y'all some game, man. Game time. Know your audience. Hit that subscribe button below so you can be the first to know and help the channel grow. Sack, what are you talking about? Know my audience, my nigga. This is some important game, right? They call this code switching. I call it knowing your audience. Some people call it reading the room, okay? All of these are the same things, all right? Where did I get this idea to make this video from? Is because I often tell people this in real life, to include friends, to include family members, even my own children. Know your audience. Also, say what you mean and mean what you say, but be mindful of what you say to who you say it to. Okay, you got to know who can help you and who can hurt you in real life. And sometimes it can be the same person. All right, don't let that go over your head. Please rewind it if you need to. But what made me think about this, and I was going to get to this video sooner or later, is I was watching an interview with Vlad. And, you know, y'all know I fucks with Vlad tough. But he's having his guests interview him now, which, you know, people are getting on him about it, saying he wants attention. I don't mind. I like to see a different perspective from the other side of the camera sometimes. You know what I mean? But one question that was asked of him was, how come when you talk to your black guests, you use words like nah, I mean, and you know what I'm saying? And when you talk to your white guests, you talk way more proper. And I didn't even have to second guess the fucking answer to that. Like, to me, that was an idiotic fucking question, to be honest with you, if you've watched Vlad. Because if you know Vlad, you know that he interviews a whole different plethora of people, okay? From mobsters, rappers, R&B singers, actors, comedians, all the way up to politicians, millionaires, billionaires, lawyers, any walk of life. If you've got a story or you've made some kind of news or some fame, Vlad interviews you. And that's what I like about his channel. It's just not, he started off as hip hop interviews, but it's branched out to so much more, all right? Which makes him one of the greatest interviewers all time because of this. Because of this. He knows his audience, okay? And he went on to explain the same things I'm about to tell you. You cannot be talking to a politician or, you know, somebody, a professor or a lawyer or something, the same way you can talk to a fucking rapper or a YouTube motherfucker or just some of these other people that have. Now, is one better than the other? No. But the way that the conversation is understood and recepted makes the difference, okay? If he gets in here with these people who are not from the hood, who don't even hang around black people, and starts talking like us, that's gonna turn them off, and it's gonna stunt the growth of the conversation and the topics, okay? Vlad knows his audience very well, okay? And of course, you know, Vlad has been around. Vlad got black kids, like, he's been around black people his whole life. You feel me? So, and he went on to describe that, you know, he uses words and phrases that make the person that he's talking to feel a little bit more comfortable so that they can have something relatable to, you know, you got to learn how to speak people's languages, bro. I'm an example of that myself, my nigga. So I understand because, like I said, I tell people this all the time. I am around some pretty accomplished motherfuckers every single day, okay? But I'm also around some motherfuckers who are just like me, that bullshit like me, that talk just like me. But like I said, I'm around some high-powered motherfuckers who ain't from the same background as me. I'm talking about a lot of white folks, military officers, to be exact. They probably ain't hang around no black people outside the military community or at all after they get off of work. They just a little bit different, man. If you've been in the military, if you work for the military, you already know that's, you know, it's just different, bro. Even in corporate America, even at your job, you're not going to talk to the boss like you're going to talk to your coworker. Unless your boss is just hella cool like that. You know what I'm saying? Or unless your boss was your coworker who moved their way on up to their boss, but you already got some rapport with them. Y'all already been talking. So, you know, it's gonna be a different respect level at some point that's commanded, but you can still bullshit with these people. That's not what I'm talking about, okay? Me, I'm not in the streets no more, but I'm a street nigga still at heart. You feel me? I'm black, so I'm gonna talk the way that I fucking talk when I'm around my own peers and my own people and people of my age or people who share the same background as me or you know what I'm saying? But I'm not gonna go into a meeting where I'm talking budgets and reconciliations and fiscal year and all this shit with military officers the same way I'm gonna be bullshitting with these civilians and military cats who are younger who ain't holding themselves to this high regard and standard, bro. You know, you got to know your audience. If I went into these meetings talking like this and all this other shit, I'm going to be looked at a certain way, whether I'm smarter than them or not. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes people judge you on your appearance, and this is why I made that video, especially to you black men, about appearance and how you carry yourself and how you talk to people. You got to know your audience, man, because sometimes you'll close your door on yourself. You'll fuck up an opportunity that you didn't even think that you knew, trying to treat everybody the same, trying to talk to everybody the same. And it doesn't work like that, especially in business, especially at work, especially at school. You're not going to talk to the professor the same way you're going to talk to your fucking classmate. You know what I'm saying? Now, I'm sure some of these people that I'm speaking of have heard me talk amongst my peers, but that's neither here nor there. When I talk to them, I'm back in professional mode. You know what I'm saying? So it doesn't matter what they look at me and see. When I'm talking to them, I'm presenting myself as an intelligent man, period. No matter what else they think about me, I'm speaking their language to them. I'm not in there like, yo, my nigga, check it out, cuz. We got 200,000 to spend, my nigga. 200 racks, nigga. We got 200 bands to spend this month, my nigga. What you want to spend it on, cuz? All right, my nigga. Hey, check it out, bruh. Hey, Colonel such and such. Hey, tell that captain nigga over there, you know what I'm saying? Run that, man. You know, hey, man, approve that shit for the fiscal year, cuz I'm trying to spend these racks. Bro, I would be fired like a motherfucker, bro. I would be fired like a motherfucker. And that would fuck it up probably for every other black person that come through there or that they meet. Like, this is how people talk. Like, are you crazy? You know what I'm saying? I can talk like that to my coworker, and I don't even do that. Because most of these people is military people, and they ain't come from where I come from anyway. You feel me? I know how square some of these niggas is. You feel me? Now, it's a couple civilians that I know that they with it. You feel me? So me and them have different levels of conversation, bro. But you got to know your audience. And that's the most important thing. You feel me? The first part that I gave y'all was appearance. Go back and watch that video. But black men and just men in general and people in general, this is an important message in part 2 of that, right? Know your audience. Because like I said, you could talk yourself out of plenty of opportunities and plenty of future revenue just because you think that it's okay to put everybody on the same level as far as conversation, man. Conversation rules the nation, man. But if you don't know how to talk to people in different settings, you're only going to go so far. And it's sad to say that if you're a minority, you're going to get judged based off your looks first. And then next, what comes out of your mouth. Okay? You could be dressed up in a fucking suit and tie and walk in there and look sharp as fuck. You know? But as soon as you open your mouth, if you start with that other shit, they're not going to see that. They're not going to see none of that. They're going to only see, oh, this ghetto thug, fatigued black guy came in here talking like his ghetto slang, like he's in the hood. That's all they're going to remember you by. You know what I'm saying? So that's the important message of this game time is know your audience, man. Know your audience. Hit that subscribe button below so you can be the first to know and help the channel grow. I got more videos to come. King.